All right. In today's class, we are going to discuss about data transformation and data discretization. Right. What is data transformation here? First of all, you would know the definition of the data transformation. What is data transformation here? Data transformation is a function. Data transformation is a function that maps entire set of values of a given attribute to a new set of replacement values. What it is going to do? Okay, it maps entire set of values of a given attribute, okay, into a new set of replacement value. That is, it is going to change the old values. Okay, old values can be identified by with new values. What is data transformation here? Data transformation is a function. Which kind of function it is? It is going to change the old values with new set of values. Okay, mapping. It's doing some no. It maybe you may call it say converting or changing or mapping. Okay, it can be changed. Old set of values into a new set of values of a particular attribute. It is data transformation, or you may call, here we are having one more definition. What it is? Data transformation is the process of converting data from one format or structure, okay, into another format or structure. It is it's a process of converting one format of structure into another format of structure. Conversion. Okay, that is called data transformation. Changing of one format of data into another format of data. For this, here we are having multiple number of strategies or some methods are there for this data transformation. What are those methods? Literally, here you have 6 methods are there for data transformation. First one is, what is the first one? Smoothing. Second one is attribute or feature construction. Third one is aggregation. Fourth one is normalization. Fifth one discretization. Sixth one concept hierarchy. Okay, these are the different methods or different strategies to change the data from one format to another format, or to convert the data from one format to another format. Okay, so let us discuss these methods one by one. What is the first one? First one is smoothing. Okay, here we have information about smoothing. What is smoothing here? Smoothing technique which works to remove the noise from the data. Here what we are going to do with smoothing? Okay, we can remove noise from the given data. To smooth the given data, what are the techniques we have? What are the techniques we have in data mining? Those techniques are binning. So already we have seen this binning at the process of data cleaning. Okay, that is one of the data pre-processing technique. One of the data pre-processing technique is data cleaning. Okay, data cleaning. Why are we going for data cleaning? To smooth the data. Okay, what is the real time data we have? It may be incomplete, it may be inconsistent, it may be noisy data or some duplicate data. Okay, these kind of data are available in real time, real world. To smooth those data, we have many techniques in data cleaning. Among all those techniques, under the transformation here, we are going to, okay, discuss about only 3 techniques. Those are binning, regression, and clustering. What are those? These are the techniques of smoothing the data by using data transformation techniques. Binning in the sense, what we performed at this under the binning concept. Okay, first of all, you should take the data and you can sort that particular, first choose one attribute data and sort those attribute values. Okay, you can apply either ascending order or descending order sorting. You should perform the sorting on the selected data. Then you are going to divide the data into equal number of bins, equal number of partitions, isn't it? After that, you have applied either calculation of mean, median. Okay, so such kind of operations, by applying those things, okay, you can replace the missing values, or you can replace the noisy data, isn't it? That is the binning technique here. It is regression here. Regression in the sense, here you are going to, okay, consider the data. Okay, which data points would come under a linear, means straight line. Here we are going to draw a line between x-axis and the y-axis. Which points are come under that particular line only, we are going to consider those data. Just we are going to remove the other data points from that. This about this regression concept, yesterday also I have explained, isn't it? And last one is clustering. In clustering also, we are going to from the groups based on their similarity, isn't it? Similarity between the data objects. After making the groups, after performing the groups or clusters, which data points are not come under that particular groups are called or identified as outliers. So we are going to remove those outliers also. By doing these kind of operations techniques, we are going to smooth the given data. Okay, here we are performing the smoothing on given data. Smoothing in the sense, just removing the noisy data, removing the unnecessary data. Okay, unnecessary data means, suppose even binning also will calculate some, what if unnecessary data is there, we'll remove that by calculating mean or median something. Even regression also, which data points come under that straight line, those points only consider, the other points are we are going to remove. And even clusters also, which points are not come under that particular groups, those points also going to remove, isn't it? So by removing noisy data, we are going to smoothing the data. This is one kind of data transformation technique. So these all the techniques we were discussed individually in data cleaning at the time of data cleaning. In earlier sessions, we have discussed about these binning method, regression method, and the clustering also, isn't it? So this is the smoothing. Coming to the next one, second method of data transformation is attribute construction. What it is? It is the attribute construction. The attribute is also called as feature. The attribute is also called as feature. Okay. So feature construction or attribute construction. Why are we going for this? Where new attributes are constructed and added from the given set of attributes to help the mining process is okay. So here we are going to take, or here we are going to add a some particular field or column to a given set of data. Okay. For example, assume, okay, this is one table of data. Okay, this is first one is student ID. Second one is the subject 1 marks, S1 marks, and S2 marks. Okay, so like this, subject 3 marks. Here we have 3 subjects, and later we have some total marks. Okay, these are the fields we have in a table. So student ID, student roll number, and some subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, with the total marks we have. Okay, this is one table. Now the suppose if you want to calculate, if you want to know the percentage of a student, what you are going to do here? You don't have any column till now, isn't it? But if it is necessary to this particular table, till now you don't have any percentage column here, isn't it? But it is necessary or it is needed by you. Then what you are going to do here? You are going to add one more attribute. That attribute is average, calculation of average, isn't it? That attribute name is calculation of average, right? మా క్లాస్ జరుగుతున్నప్పుడు మీరు అన్నెసెసరీగా ఇట్లాంటివి చూడండి, అన్నోటేషన్స్ డ్రా చేయొద్దు. ఓకే, అందరినీ లాక్ చేయమంటే మీటింగ్లో లాక్ చేసేసి మీకు ఎలాంటివి మాట్లాడడానికి ఏవి లేకుండా చేయమంటే చేస్తాను. అలా చేయడం వల్ల మీరు మీ వాల్యూని తగ్గించుకుంటారు అంతే. ఎంత ఫ్రీడమ్ ఇచ్చి క్లాస్ చెప్తున్నప్పుడు మీరు దాన్ని యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోండి. యువర్ నాట్ ద కిడ్స్. ఇప్పటికి 2 మెంబర్స్ నేను చూసాను. మీరు ఎవరైతే ఇట్లాంటి డ్రా చేస్తూ ఉంటారో నాకు వాళ్ళ రోల్ నెంబర్స్ నాకు స్క్రీన్ పైన కనపడుతూ ఉంటాయి. నేను ఇప్పుడు రోల్ నెంబర్స్ కూడా నేను చెప్పగలను. అర్థమైందా ఇది ఎవరు డ్రా చేశారు అనేది? మీకు అందరికీ తెలుస్తుందో లేదో నాకు తెలియదు, నాకైతే కనబడుతుంది. ఓకే, సో బెటర్ టు కీప్, కొంచెం దూరంగా ఉండండి. ఇవన్నీ ఏమీ హోల్డ్ చేయొద్దు. మళ్ళీ మేము పొరపాటున వచ్చినాయి మేడం, అది మేడం ఇప్పుడు అందరి ముందు నేను తిట్టాను అనుకోండి పేర్లు పెట్టి, మీరు నిజంగా కావాలని ఇంటెన్షనల్గా చేస్తే మీరేం పెద్దగా హర్ట్ అవ్వరు. బట్ బై మిస్టేక్ చేస్తే అందరి ముందు తిట్టారని ఫీల్ అవుతారు. అంత దూరం తెచ్చుకో అక్కర్లేదు క్లాస్. మీ వల్ల అందరికీ డిస్టర్బెన్స్. అండ్ మీరు డ్రా చేసేటప్పుడు నాకు ఇక్కడ మీ రోల్ నెంబర్స్ కూడా కనపడుతూ ఉన్నాయి, అది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఇప్పుడు నేను మీది క్లియర్ చేస్తే ఇక్కడ చెప్పేది పోతుంది. ఏం చేయాలి చెప్పండి? ఇవన్నీ చెప్పినయే మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నాము అంటే సరే మిస్ అయిన వాళ్ళకి పనికొస్తుంది, లేదు ఏమవుతుందిలే బాగా అర్థమవుతాయని మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నాం. మీకోసమే చెప్తున్నాం, టైం పాస్ అవ్వకైతే ఏం కాదు. ఆల్ రైట్. So here if you will see this table, student ID we have, student is subject 1 marks, we have subject 2 marks, we have subject 3 total. And after this total, here I have added one more attribute or feature to this particular table, that is average. By using this average field only, I can tell the percentage of individual student, isn't it? So this particular average attribute is necessary for this table. If it is there earlier, no need to add. But if it is not there with this table, then better to add this attribute to this particular table to fulfill the data whichever you have. Okay, to fulfill the data whichever you have here, right? Okay, that is the okay, that is about attribute construction or feature construction here. Is it clear? Coming to the next one, aggregation. So what is this aggregation? Okay, aggregation in the sense here you are going to, okay, going to calculate summary of that particular table or values, data values, or you are going to aggregate the, okay, operations. Aggregation operations are applied to the data whichever you have. Okay, so this is we have done in data cube. Already we have discussed about data cube concept. Within the data cube, we have some data. Okay, that data is represented by using quarterly. So that is going to by adding all the quarters of sales data into a year data. Okay, so that is the aggregation. Aggregation in the sense just adding or addition of the particular particular rows data, and you are going to reduce your data here. We are going to transform the, okay, so monthly. Suppose if you have the information which is you can save the data. What are the monthly sales of a particular store? After a year, after a year, you are going to, okay, change this monthly data into to a yearly data by adding the 12 months of information. Okay, you are going to get a year data, isn't it? We're going to change the months data into a year data. That can be, this kind of transformation can be done in data cubes, isn't it? So this is also a one kind of data transformation method. This method is called aggregation. This aggregation can be performed in data cubes. Data cube is one kind of data storage unit or data representation unit in data warehouse. Okay, this is about the third one. And coming to the fourth one, is normalization. So what is normalization here? Where the attribute data are scaled so as to fall within a smaller range in between 0.0 to 1.0. Whatever the data we have under the attribute, what are the data we have under a selected attribute, the data ranges should be, okay, fall within this range 0.0 to 1.0, 0.0 to 1.0. Which data values are, okay, fall within this range, smaller range, okay, that attributes, that data is called, that kind of transformation is called the normalization here. Okay. And coming to the next one, fifth one is discretization. What is discretization? Discretization in the sense, whatever the data values, the raw values of a numeric attribute are replaced by interval labels, okay, is called discretization of data. For example, you should take the one attribute that is called age. Age is having some, for example, okay, so this is the one attribute name, age. So this age may be from 0 years to, you may have 100 years, or maximum is 100 years. Assume that 100 years maximum. So these are the age ranges, 0 to 100 year. For each and every person, you should represent within the range of 0 to 100. But instead of taking individual ages, better to consider these ages into a interval labels, which means, okay, 0 to 10 years is one category. Okay, 11 to 20 years is another category. 11 to 20 years is some another category. After that, 21 to 30 is another category. So like that, if you represent multiple number of intervals, you can divide the total age range into a multiple number of intervals. So this kind of representation has a discretization. Okay, where the raw values of a numeric attribute are replaced by using a intervals. Not only this, if you will take a person's salary, okay, that all the salaries you can represent by using the some intervals. So whoever having the first, what is the first interval? Whoever having the 10K to 30K, one interval. So suppose 10K to 30 is one interval. After that, second interval is 30 to 50. Okay, 30 to 50. Greater than 30 and less than 50. Suppose I assume that. So that is second interval. After that, 50 to 1 lakh is another third interval, 50 to 1 lakh. So like that, the numeric data, whichever you have, those numeric data are represented by using intervals. Okay, this kind of representation is called discretization. This kind of transformation of data is called discretization here. And coming to a next one, the sixth one is concept of hierarchy. In this concept of hierarchy, generation for nominal data. This concept of hierarchy is used to represent the nominal data. Already you know the difference between numeric data and nominal data, isn't it? What is nominal data here? The data whichever we are representing by using word in the table. Okay, suppose result is an attribute, either pass or fail. These both are the nominal data, isn't it? So like that, where the attributes such as street can be generalized into higher level. So which data are the nominal? If you take the nominal data, so those nominal data can be represented by using a hierarchy representation. Okay, this hierarchy representation is like this one. Suppose if you have a attribute that is called age. Age attribute can be represented by using young age, middle age, or senior citizens, isn't it? It may that particular person may be under young age, or a middle-aged person or a senior citizen. So like that, if any kind of nominal data, okay, this is the nominal data. Age is one attribute, okay. The data values under this age is young, middle-aged, senior citizen. If you will represent like this is called concept of hierarchy representation in levels. Okay, 0th level, 1 level, 2 level, 2 level, 3 level, 3 level, 4, like that, isn't it? So this is the next, last transformation of last data transformation here. Till now we have discussed 6 data transformation. Under these 6, 3 already we have discussed in earlier classes under data cleaning, and some other reduction